Previously, on Rise of the Runelords, Tarnan delves into the shadowy depths of the shadowy kitchen of the White Deer Inn for a secret meeting with the shadowy leader of the Good Neighbors, a local crime syndicate that prides itself on its moral bedrock and not shitting where they eat. There, Tarnan receives a commission to take his ragtag band of heroes to a nearby stronghold in order to steal a locked book. Plying the group with hard liquor, he convinces them to join in. Icky, because he really has nothing better to do. Geisen, because there's a book, and theoretically he may get to look inside it. And really, what gnome's moral compass wouldn't be shifted by an entire bowl of bourbon? Grelda, because, well, this will certainly help the citizens of Sandpoint. Somehow. And Sanishi, well, Sanishi is still convinced the group will devolve into wanton murder, and really, who's to say she isn't correct? A quick visit to the stables allow Grelda to mail a care package home, square up her bill with the stable master, and rent some horses. With a cheerful round of fuck-oy resounding in their ears, the adventurers make their way to the stronghold. They encounter a pair of nervous but well-spoken rogues handily dispatching the guards of a fancy caravan. Upon discovering the caravan leader is a crooked priest, and that the accosting pair belong to the Good Neighbors, they are bid a friendly farewell and left to their pillaging. Today, the adventure continues.
Anyway, that she does make good ale, though.
Am I part of the siding, or because if Vicky sees and Icky's like, yeah!
I'm sure that Icky is right there alongside Grelda, passing it back and forth.
That's what I would
squawking
think.
Once in a while. Sure. Okay. We'll let them catch up.
Okay.
Okay. Full disclosure, I have no real plan as of yet as to how we want to go about this.
Are you saying that before they caught up, or
No,
when they're in
as
earshot?
soon as they get into with us. Full disclosure, I don't have a real plan on how we're going to go about this. It's supposed to be kind of a snatch and grab, so if we can find an easy way in instead of just letting Sanishi tear down a wall.
Right, so as they do catch up, Finnick does say, "Alright, well, I don't think that that priest is going to be giving anybody any more trouble for quite a while. I think we took care of him."
But he has the opportunity to cause trouble eventually.
Oh, maybe, but
No, I mean, like, his spirits
I think
are still within this realm.
his spirit has not passed on yet. We'll
That's
put it
all
that
I
way.
need to hear.
We stripped him down to his small clothes. We tied him to the top of his oh-so-lovely carriage. We tied his feet and his hands so he couldn't get away. And ripped one of the doors off, painted a little sign saying, Tom doesn't take alms. We sent him back to the last village he visited. So, I don't know what they're going to do to him, but I don't think he'll be fleecing any more peasants for a while now.
Fair enough.
As for getting in, it's not so much getting into Nimressa that was the problem. It was getting what we needed and getting out. We, in order to get that map that that you were given, we may have attempted this about a year and a half ago or so. It might not have gone over the best, but you guys have a chance to fix it now, right?
So they're likely to be more on guard than they were a year and a half ago.
Maybe, but that's why we
Might
waited as
increase.
long as we did. Before we were gonna wait another 6 months, but then the boss told us that we couldn't wait anymore, so he sent us off.
All right.
What went wrong last time?
So we didn't No, but apparently they've got Yitrix as a pet wizard. And if anything goes funky, he sits in his tower. He scries on whoever snuck in, which would be us. And then he casts sending to his guards to make sure, point him in our direction.
So he's coordinating everything from the tower.
If an alarm gets raised, yeah. We were lucky to get out where we did. We poked around the first floor, and that's Did Tammy have the map? It's either Bill or I can print out another one for you.
I have a
guys.
map of Magnamar. Oh look, I have a map.
Oh look, you do have a map.
Does that one have anything secret in the book?
I don't see anything on this map. This is okay. Lieutenant.
Being prepared is fun. No. But that's we were able to poke around the first floor for a while, and that's we were able to draw that on our way back. But that's as far as we got before the guards found us.
And the vault is where we're expecting this book to be, is that correct?
Oh yes. See, this is super easy. All we have to do is make it inside the fort without any of the guards finding us. Acquire the password to get past the magically locked vault door. Make it all the way down there past the guards. Steal the book, and then leave without anybody finding out. Easy, right?
Password, huh?
Yeah.
Who's known to
Was
have
that what I
password?
mentioned to you?
No, who has the password? As far as
well,
your...
I'm assuming the wizard would, being all magical and all. But I also assume he'd probably share it with at least one other person, or maybe 10 other people. I don't know.
Were you in the vault?
No, we didn't make it down that far. I know
Make
the
it to the
general
vault?
direction it was, because that's what they told us, but, well, when they yelled, "Don't let them go to the vault," when we were heading down the stairs, we kind of assumed that's the direction it was in.
How about comings and goings? Do we know if they have provisions going in on certain days? Do we know, are there common folk going in and out?
Yeah, Yitrix doesn't really let anybody visit. There might be some
So there's no
soldiers
just-
changing out every once in a while, but not very often. Occasionally. But there are about a couple dozen soldiers in there. They're all veteran soldiers. But
Okay.
with that being as many as there are, I wouldn't think they'd all know each other. Maybe?
Do we know what this vault looks like?
I'm assuming big and with a door and treasures inside. Like a vault.
Just wondering if it's going to be a solid door or a barred door. Like if we're going to be able to see inside or not.
It's a fort, so my guess would be a solid door. But if it's magically locked, it could be anything. It could be bars.
Anything for that?
Well, if I can see into the vault, I might be able to just get into the vault.
Okay. Anything directly on the door? It's magically locked. I don't know that I can do a lot. If it's something other than magical, if it's, a little more mundane, regardless of the quality, at least I'll have a good shot. But if it's simply magic, that's not my field, unfortunately. Stairs down to vault. To prison and drain. What do you know about this drain? How large is that drain?
Let me remember. I didn't go down there, but and then the much taller Diranor riding on the horse that he's riding on.
The blonde one with really nice hair?
Yes, with the cap that's extremely tall, extremely well built. He is dwarfing the horse that he's riding on. It's almost comical. Oh, I went down there. Yes, there is a prison. There are 5 or 6 cells, and there's a drain. I can fit in the drain. It was huge. It smelled like shit.
Yep.
But, you know, like most
do
drains would.
you know where it comes up? Is that a potential
A
way
hole
in?
somewhere, I'm guessing?
So you don't know.
We didn't have time to explore the drain.
This.
Grelda rubs her whiskers and thinks about it a moment and says, I do have one other question. How do you get your hair to look like that?
And Dirnor immediately perks up and moves his horse right next to Grelda. Ever since you mentioned it before. Oh, yes. She is, even on a full-sized horse,
Lad.
Grelda comes
Lad.
up to about his waist.
Lad, can I ask you a small favor?
Yes,
Come down here.
but...
And she reaches up and grabs a hold of his hair and pulls ever so gently and runs her fingers through it.
Ever since you mentioned it earlier, I reached in my pack. I made sure to grab it. And he pulls out a couple small vials. This one. Make sure to use it once a day. This one, once a week. If you use it more than that, your hair will turn green and fall out. But we don't want that.
Don't get those mixed up.
They look, and the vials look exactly the same. But he hands them to her in order.
I'm just going to write it down
they
as
both
2
have
vials
a,
of hair stuff, and you'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, it's a light brown liquid. It kind of looks like Coke, like when you hold it up to the light, the way that soda looks. And they are what you would think of as like normal vials. But he hands, the one says daily, the other one says weekly, and there is no distinguishable difference between the two.
One says weekly and one says
No,
what?
he said the vials are exactly the same. He says daily, hands her the first one, and then says weekly, and if you do it more than weekly, your hair will turn green and fall out, and then hands her the second one. But as you hold them, they look exactly the same. There is no discernible difference between the two. Believe me, lass, you will love it. You will love it. Everybody who touches your hair will love it. Everybody who smells your hair will love it. Believe me. You will not believe the amount of compliments I've got on my hair since I did this. You'll have to let me know.
Wait to try it. Tarnin, are we going to camp soon? No. No, we're not. We have a job. But after the job, and after we're done crawling through a shithole, if that's what it comes down to, or finding a way in and getting the book and letting... escaping alive, our first chance to stop and clean up, fantastic, use it, but make sure you don't... Oh, don't mix them up. Wait, I don't have them. Grelda wraps a lock of her own hair around the weekly one and puts them away.
Alright.
So this drain. So we've seen a map of this area, so I know that we're coming up. That
Yes.
that Druidia is on Ember Lake.
Galdoria.
Druidia.
Call it whatever you want.
So I could try flying around the coastline and seeing if I can find a drain comes out. We could try going in that way.
Well, let's do that. Okay, so there's a witch that loves to scry, and we know we can scry. How are we gonna make sure you don't get seen? You got a cure for that?
Yeah, maybe flying's not the best idea. They don't have anybody that patrols the walls, but they do have a couple of groups that walk around the outside of the walls. And last time they were 3. I can tell you it takes them about 15 minutes to go around. So every 15 minutes you got a group of 3 coming by. But I would say that a large winged bird man creature,
Arakokra.
flying along the coastline might give them pause.
Not something that
Not
you'll
something
see in
that's
this.
normally seen in this area.
Not.
I mean,
not any lake birds.
Well, yeah, there's lake birds, but I can't say any of them are 6 feet tall. Eh? I would say if I was walking around and I saw a large 6 foot tall bird man, I would, maybe put on myself on a guard. So I wouldn't want to be, I don't know, eaten. You don't eat people, do you?
Not recently.
Only the ones that annoy him.
Neither of those answers sound very good to me.
If you keep them fed, they're fine.
Fed is good. Fed is good.
Well watered.
Well, like what? Like a plant?
No, different kind of watering.
Icky just kind of like, head that girl doing.
She's too busy, starry-eyed, thinking about her hair, running it through every once in a while.
Finnick stops.
sorry,
Finnick
what?
looks at you. He's like, you. What? And he holds up a skin. Like, the good water?
Is it alcoholic?
Oh yeah.
See, there you go.
Here, hand you a little skin.
Oh,
Just all right. You take some. And
Thank you.
Give it back when you're done with it.
what is it?
Scotch.
Scotch. Oh, okay.
I don't know that.
So while you're appeasing Nikki, did you see this wizard, or did you just hear about him?
We just heard about him. They as we were
Are you still looking?
being escorted out, we heard him behind us say, somebody said Fin's ear said they went this way, and somebody else said the damn wizard is too fucking slow. So I'm assuming they're the same person, but could be different people.
So you were escorted out?
I was trying to put it nicely. We were chased out on threat of death if they would have caught us.
Alright.
Yeah, needless to say, Fenton wasn't too happy at our little muck-up last time.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking so far. Hear me out, and then shoot it down and modify it and add to it. We wait till the cover of darkness. Give Icky a chance to do a not too close perimeter check. Try to stay low, unless you think you can see much better up high, and maybe look more like a smaller bird from up high that can't tell the difference at night.
Well, maybe if it's at night, might be better option. And considering how far we have to go, probably won't get there till nightfall anyway.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Then while you're doing that, we can kind of space out a little bit. See if there's more activity than the 3 guards that are expected or usual. If you find that entrance, that's plan A. We'll go through there. Because I take it that you know your way to the vault. Not into it, but to the vault from that hole.
Well, we can get you I can show you the stairs where we think the vault goes down to. Like I said, we didn't actually make it down there,
Okay,
but
that's fine.
pretty sure that's where the stairs go.
Alright.
So there's 3 guards total, is what we expect?
No,
No,
that's
3
just
guards.
walking around the outside.
Perimeter.
There's about 2 dozen.
Inside. Okay. Or no, yeah, 2 dozen.
Yeah.
A few dozen. Couple
No,
dozen.
two dozen.
It was
There
2
should-
dozen?
ish. 2 dozen ish. It shouldn't be too much more than that, but between they did plus up a couple from our misfortune until now. That's what Fenton told us. But they shouldn't have more than 2 dozen in the fort.
Where's the front door in here again?
That would be the top. The north.
Right there?
Yep, the north side. That would be that's just the actual fort itself. There is a wall that goes around the outside of the fort. It's about 20 feet away from that.
Do you happen to notice any patrols or roving guards inside the wall?
No.
So once we get past the perimeter wall, we got a pretty clear shot at that door, which is probably going to be guarded anyway, but...
Yeah. Well, there's 2 doors. There's one on the north side and there's one on the west side.
Here,
Yeah. It's
right
the other
next
door.
where it says guard.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a guard in there,
Okay.
yeah. There's guards in the front door too. It's a fort. There's probably guards throughout it. You know, might be sleeping, might be
Right.
eating, might be crapping. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what guards do when they live there.
From past experiences, most people are more lax and looking forward to the next shift coming in around 4 or 5 bells in the morning. So if we can't find this entrance to the drain, then probably around 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4 bells, we consider going in the front door, in between our roving patrols.
Worth a shot.
If we're gonna go in the front door, I think we're gonna have a cover. If we just start going in the front
We're
door,
gonna try to have a cover for all of us just showing up in the middle of the night, or we're just gonna go in hard and fast, knock some people out. Don't have to kill them, just have to make them quiet. You have any tricks for that?
maybe a couple.
If we can get them quiet and then secure them, because the less time we spend screwing around and getting down here. Traps. Did you experience any?
We didn't find any, no. I'm assuming since it's a fort where they live,
They don't
you know,
have
on a
traps
daily
there all the
basis, they
time.
wouldn't. No, probably not.
So once we get down towards the vault, we might have to start paying attention to it. But if we can get clear down to the vault without making a lot of noise, without interacting other than to silence someone quickly, then we just have the vault as a problem. Thoughts?
What about windows? Are there windows?
Yeah, there's a few windows throughout. Not too many, but there's a few. I know there was a couple of windows on the east side where they did their what is it called? Where they did their daily dedications to your tricks. All of the guards once a day in the morning, they go in this chapel-like area, kind of rededicate themselves
All at
to
the same
Roll
to
that,
your
yeah,
tricks.
roll that back a second. All of them at the same time?
No, they kind of go. It's
Never mind.
not all of them now. Mostly at the beginning of their shifts, since most of them work during the day. Most of them do it in the morning, but the ones that
So there's lighter guarding at night?
yeah, I mean that would be my guess. We tried it at lunch last time. We figured they'd be eating. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
So,
Fair enough.
so we're gonna need. Once we get to the vault, we need that password.
Unless you've got some way to get by it. And I know I heard great things about the Heroes of Sandpoint, so I figured you guys would be able to get in there, no problem.
Well,
Right.
usually we just let Sanishi and
But this time it's magic.
yeah.
So, one thought, if we get inside the walls and there's no guards inside the walls, then we could look for an open window and sneak in the window so that we don't have to go straight through guards at the front
Okay,
door.
now you're talking about getting 2, 4, 6, 8 people through windows in a quick, unnoticed fashion.
Be more unnoticed than going through the front door.
Speaking of that, I don't mean to interrupt your masterful planning. Are we coming with you, or we've got some skills? We can absolutely. Just want to know if we're going to be part of the team and
If
what
he
our
convinces
roles are going to
me-
be.
If he convinces me we're going through the window, then no, you're staying out here.
All right.
If we're going through the front door and we encounter a few people, you're going to get to take their place.
You mean like stand guard?
Yeah, stand guard.
Is I might be able to blend in. You think this big
Probably
guy's?
not. But I mean, if we mess with more than one, then we'll just have to deal with that when we get there.
all right.
Another
His
possible-
job could be just to keep whoever we end up quieting quiet. But
Then-
you were
It's
saying
true.
Oh, I've got quite a few wonderful songs. I can sing them.
no songs.
Just sit on them.
Quiet.
It's my thing.
No songs.
But, it's my thing. I sing.
So
It's what to do. I sing. Got a beautiful voice. You should hear it.
I'll listen to a concert once we get all the way back to Sandpoint successfully. Agreed? Until that point,
All right.
don't sing unless it's absolutely necessary.
But isn't a good song always necessary?
Not when we're
No.
trying to be quiet.
Speaking of making noise, another option might be to have them
Distract
on the side of the fort that we're not going to be, and if they hear anything that makes it sound like there's an alarm, they just make a ton of noise so that the guards head that direction. Just another option to throw out there.
It's not a bad option.
I mean, this big guy can always break out in the golden spoons of Bergersen anytime you want him to.
You guys have a problem separating them?
Me and him?
Yeah, having the big guy prepared to be a distraction outside if he hears too much noise. And you come with us to replace a guard, blend in. Because I'm assuming if we walk through the front door, there's going to be somebody. We silence them, and he stands there, and there's our out. There's our access. Another person comes along, he can thump them, he can make up an excuse, he can... Thanks for relieving me, whatever it takes.
It's not a bad idea either.
It means that hopefully Sanishi won't be too upset if we ask her to carry an unconscious body down the vault stairs until we find a nice little corner to stash him in. Make sure he's nice and secure. You have a thought, Icky?
No, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get into Sanishi
Oh.
hating everything about this because there are no goblins and she doesn't get to kill anybody or make noise.
Oh god, I didn't even think about
Yeah.
Sanishi being alone. Maybe we should...
I do remember
hang out
her
with the
complaining
big guy.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
when she was told not to hurt anybody.
I'm just going to leave that one to be, though.
So how would you feel about using your roguing skills to try to take out the sentries that are going around outside?
You want to take all three of those out?
Or at least the one on the side. Well, I guess if they're perimeter and they're going all the way around the perimeter, then it'd be one less
So
thing
instead
to worry
of
about.
slipping in the gate between the 15-minute intervals, you want to take them out and then go in?
It's a possibility. Do we know how long their shifts are? Or when their shifts change?
You mean the ones walking around the outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually
Sorry.
well, they usually have their entire shift outside, walking around the perimeter.
How long?
8 hours, 10 hours.
Roughly, do you know roughly when they swap out? 5, 6, 7 bells?
I do. They. There are, exception of, there's a 15-minute time period, dawn and dusk, when half the soldiers go in for
Got
the
So dawn and
dedication,
dusk.
and then at dusk the other half go in for the dedication. So it takes about 15 minutes. But they're crazy bastards.
They sound downright nutty.
Agreed.
Who's got a good nature check and can tell me when the dawn or dusk is?
Not Sanishi.
Just looking for the general time.
Yeah,
Well,
one.
when dawn or dusk is going to be most
And
likely based
I
on...
have a plus
Even
7.
less.
Oh! Yeah, go ahead. What time do you figure dawn is going to be?
24.
24. This time of year, since it is fall, you would
6:21 and 13 seconds.
a little
Ish.
after, you would know it would be a little after 7 because it's getting it's fall. It's getting towards winter, so it'd probably be like late 6, early 7 o'clock time frame.
Okay, so then that doesn't mess with the time period of about 4 o'clock. You don't have to worry about double the guards walking around. I still like the idea of walking through the front door. Sell me on the window. I mean, can you sell me on the window? What are you thinking it's gonna? How? Give me why that's more of an advantage.
Well,
Well-
the windows are the dedication room. It's about 2 floors. Windows are up top. Not to say they're
There are no
stained glass
ground,
windows.
There's no ground floor windows.
I believe there's one on the west side, by the
West
door.
And there's
West side worldwide.
no windows other than the dedication hall?
Just the stained glass windows of the dedication hall up at the top, and then on the west side by the other door,
In the mess
there's
hall.
another one. By that guard room, there was another one over there.
How did you guys get in last time?
Front door.
That went smashingly, right? I'm starting to doubt
It was
my plan
nice.
all the more now.
Well, if the only windows are the stained glass ones that we would have to break to get in, or a window that's next to the armory and all the guards, then I'm starting to think that maybe this isn't the way to go.
Yeah, in lieu of pipe, main entrance sounds the way to go.
Well, what about
Quickly and like we belong there, and silence them as quickly as possible.
if it's a fort? I mean, is this a house, or is the top, like, are there walkways on top of the house?
Not really. There's it's kind of flat, except for the one tall tower that, which I'm guessing is where the wizard kind of chills at.
Were there guards on the roof that you know of?
None of the roofs looked walkable, except for that tower.
Steep peaks.
Well, they were kind of flat, but I didn't see any windows to get out onto the roofs. But I don't know. There wasn't anybody up there when we were in there. Can't guarantee there won't be people up there now. But
Girl the pipes up. Boy, do you think it'd be helpful if I let the wee lad here ride on my shoulders? At least then we look like one normal-sized person. Less conspicuous, right?
you mean like wearing like a trench coat?
Oh, even better. Do you have one? We could
No.
probably use just one of his plain shirts, like a nightshirt.
If only we had a Holocaust cloak.
And a wheelbarrow.
I mean, if you want to ride on our shoulders, you're more than welcome to.
I think this is a terrible idea.
Could hide you in my plumage.
No. Let's just walk through. And while all this discussion is going on
How thick
beforehand,
are those feathers?
What?
You're talking about hiding in your plumage. How are you like tiny with just a lot of feathers? Or?
Look, are you asking about my wingspan? Because that's a very personal question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've never seen a cobra before. That was kind of. I
whoa,
don't mean to be.
don't say it that way.
That's how he said it. I'm just.
You better give him some more scotch.
That's
Yeah, have the rest. Take. Fine.
No,
Oh, all right, we good. Oh, all right.
Swimming.
All right.
while some of this discussion is going on, to appease Sanishi, Tarn leans over and says, "Hey, look, I know you're pissed off about your role, trying to be quiet and whatnot, but you understand, right? All our plans go to shit about halfway through, and then noise happens. And once noise happens and you didn't start it, you can make all the noise you want. Wait for it.
So if I hear any big noise,
No, not any big noise. You kind of look at me, and if I go, then go right ahead.
what if I see a goblin?
God's help me, if I say yes, there's going to be a freaking goblin right there. I know it is.
That is Sanishi to a T.
Yeah, fuck it. If you see a goblin,
All right.
but if it's not a goblin,
What if it looks like it's probably
if there's any doubt, no,
whose doubt?
my doubt. If I would doubt it.
All right.
You know how an owl looks like they have no legs, right? Because
Yeah.
they have such thick plumage. You want to hide in my plumage?
Well done, Tammy.
Not anymore. Good God, Icky, you can hide them both in there. What the hell? We don't need a Holocaust cloak. We got. Okay. Sounds like a halfway decent plan. It's gonna go to hell. Somewhere. No matter how prepared we are, this plan's gonna go to hell. If you... Do we stay and fight together, or do we run like hell and try to rescue or ransom later?
I think if we split up,
Ugh,
we're gonna die.
we fight together. I understand that, girl, though. You said I get to make all kinds of noise. Yeah, I got it. So, if it goes to hell, these guys have made it up before. We'll let them lead the way out.
And what if they're too tired to lead us out?
Then we just come back to this point. How far are we?
From
Yeah. We'll pick a
You're
point
talking-
outside the walls where we stop to let Icky look. That'll be our rally point. That's where we, if we can get out as a team, we'll get. That's where we go. If we get separated, that's where we go. Any other thoughts, ideas, suggestions before we attempt this?
I mean, if we can sneak out, if we don't, like, if we can
that's-
sneak out the pipes, like if we,
Okay. Yeah. So
The drain's definitely the best option if it is an option.
right, but then I keep coming back to the problem that I'm skipping over is the damn vault password.
yeah,
So, you're a wizard, right?
I
You
am.
got your spell book and all your fancy magic hand waves.
Spell book.
I was really hoping that was going to be a much more sing-songy sentence. Like, you got the
Well,
spell.
he's the bard. He's the bard, not me. So, do you have any... You gotta have something.
I may.
Magic hand waves, make it all go away. All that fun stuff.
It doesn't quite work that way, but I may be able to come up with something.
Yeah. I always thought you wizards had, something for everything.
He'll surprise you. He surprises us too.
Maybe
Huh?
you can
as long
reach
as you,
the
as
door.
long as you don't cast grease and nothing like that. We had a
That's exactly what I was talking
Yeah,
about. That's what I was talking about.
we had a hell of a time with that. About 4 years ago. Oh, it was awful.
It has its uses.
Okay. The only other thing I can say is if we either try the door ourselves. Do you have any idea what you would do if you met up with the magical lock? Can you
It
tell us?
really depends on the nature of the spells that are on the door.
Otherwise, we got to modify this and find the damn wizard and make him talk. My manner of making people talk usually makes a lot of noise. I mean, I don't doubt my skills on getting the answer, but keeping it quiet's not likely.
Did the tower have a window?
Not that we saw.
All right, so now let's
I'm
look
gonna
towards
guess
the
the wizard might not be the only one with.
tower. Right, but you're not
Actually,
going to
involved?
expect the first guard we see to be the guy with the door.
Maybe not, but I mean, God's gotta have a boss, right? Marshal or captain or something along those lines, right? I would assume. That's how it usually goes. Maybe.
yeah.
I've never been in the fucking military, but I assume his rank and.
Me neither. Fuck.
Maybe somebody wrote the password and stuck it in their boot in the barracks.
You want to go through all
I'm
the
gonna go all the
boots
way
in
to
the
the
barracks?
barracks.
And now Tanishi's grinning from ear to ear. Stop it.
Well, maybe we could get some disguises in there. Move around a little bit more
Oi!
freely.
And then he could get on my shoulders and we'll be one person in the class. Just. Yeah, if it comes to that, we'll let you do it. But
Alright, so
Could-
there is a marshal's room? I don't know if that's...
Who's Marshall?
I don't know.
yeah,
Is
that's
his
pretty much close to the
name,
front
or-
door. So maybe we'll stop in there first. And the door is facing the room, the stairs down to the vault. Let's make a pit stop in there and hope for the best.
I'm all for hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Positive thoughts are good.
Can I ask the DM a question? Out of
Absolutely.
So, the Find Familiar spell,
Yes.
it says I can dismiss it as an action, and then as an action, while it is dismissed, I can cause it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet of me. So, unlike my Misty Step spell, which says I have to be able to see the unoccupied space, that does not specify that.
It doesn't specify that you have to... That it doesn't say that you can see.
It just says it has to be an unoccupied space within 30 feet. So my question would be, is could I cause the owl to appear on the other side of a door?
You know, if it doesn't specifically call out that it has to... You have to see it, I guess I wouldn't see why not. I would say that if you cause it to appear in an occupied space, it will take damage,
Sure.
which would most likely kill it, and you'd have to recast it. So I'd say that there would always be a
risk
chance
involved.
Yes, there would be risk involved in it, but if it doesn't specifically call it out in the spell, then I'd totally let that work its way in.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then my next question would be, I am able to see through the eyes of my familiar if it's within 100 feet of me.
Yes.
So I would be able to look through the owl, see the inside of the vault. So then could I then use Misty Step, teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see? Because I can see that space through the owl.
Yeah, I would totally let that work.
Bravo.
That is a very interesting combination. But yeah, I would, because I mean you can see it in your mind, which would be the same for spellcasting purposes if you could straight up see it. So yeah, I would totally do that. Okay.
But can you then get back out?
He just has to reverse the whole process, so he has to
That would really just
kill
depend on
Outlander and resummon him.
Well, I don't even have to kill him. I just
No, you
dismiss
just
him,
and
bring
then
him
as
back.
an
Would
action
have
he can
to
resummon.
kill Outlander.
Never.
And then
It's
take
like- it's
10
like-
minutes.
It's like the teleporter thing, you know. You're like, is Ollivander really the same Ollivander?
Or is it an alternate Ollivander? How many different realities have you splintered off every time?
He's in a tank of water. There's like a room full of tanks of Ollivander.
Let's get this prestigious show underway, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, so knowing that, so I do have a plan for potentially getting in the vault, but again, it depends on
Is
how
your
it's
plan
spelled.
solid enough that we can try to skip the marshal, or we should go to the marshal, and if he's not there, then we go with your plan?
I think it's probably 80% chance I can get in the vault.
Okay, so we'll at least check to see if the marshal's there. And if it sounds like he's alone, asleep,
Give him the claws.
Maybe he wrote it in chalk on his wall.
and we could look on the wall.
I mean, the more
That's what about the window?
That's what I did.
the more
Back in my
rooms we go in, and the more people we
Yeah.
interact with, the more chance we have of setting off the alarm and alerting the wizard. It's just my thought. So if we can get in,
Okay, so you're saying bypass, deal with the one guard, two guards, whatever there, move quickly, quietly down the hall, get down the vault, try yours. If it doesn't work, you're out your mystical abilities.
then
And
we just go
we
back
go
up
back
the stairs
to-
and go to the marshal.
Okay. Okay, let's do that. Any final thoughts? Opposition? Shut up, Sanishi.
All right.
I already told you when. You
I also take Tarnan aside, where others can't hear. Do we trust Sneeshi to be on this stealthy mission with us, or should we send her with the big guard to make noise when the alarm goes out?
I don't trust her to be quiet if she sees a goblin. But she is very capable of keeping her word. if she gives us her word, she will be quiet until she sees a goblin, or until I say, yeah, have at it, she'll probably manage.
Okay. Alright. Just wanted to make sure.
Does that make you feel more confident in it? Or, I mean, if when shit happens, whether we're on the way out or all the way out, and somebody is coming at us, having her near is nice.
It's true.
I don't like to be point blank, and neither do you.
Yeah, it is nice to have her there. Okay, yeah. If you're confident about it, I'm cool with it.
You had to say confident. I am confident she will try with her utmost ability to live up to those expectations. I'm also confident that if a plush doll looks like a goblin, that will be enough in her mind. How's your confidence level now?
Ooh, I have the cutest. No. You guys are talking.
Yeah, okay.
Just,
How's your confidence level now?
now?
I don't think there's a good alternative. If we send her with that big guard, we're at earshot of them too, right? He doesn't exactly seem like
Yeah, it's just the two of you up front.
the brightest coin, so I don't think we can really expect the two of them together to figure out when to start making noise.
The only plus I can come up with on that is when they chose to make a distraction. We could be walking out with loot and gems and all kind, and everyone would be rushing past us to see what the noise was.
It's true.
No, I say we use that to our advantage because she could be quite the distraction, the unholy terror, and perhaps scare a few guards off if need be. I think it's a slighter advantage to have her with us, and let's give her a chance to prove that, like she says, she's not mindless brute. She's got honor, she's got integrity, and she can do what's needed even when she doesn't like it. Of course, somewhere along the line, we're gonna have to repair her for that. We may have to take her on a hunting trip really soon.
Alright, yeah, let's bring her with us.
Okay. It's not the best scenario, but that's what we got. Let's do it. Alright, so we carry on until we get...
Alright, it'll be another 2-ish hours before you actually get there. I would say with the conversation and the writing, when you get done with the plan, probably around 4 or 5-ish. So it'll probably be around 7-ish by the time you get there. So the sun will just be setting when you are within, sight of the actual fort.
Sorry, one more thought.
Yeah.
To my memory, I still have the owl. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe Ollivander is still there. I don't think you need to
Okay.
do a ritual to recast him. Alright, so, like I said, there's another couple hours of horse riding. Why don't we take our quick break now? And put the peanut to sleep. And then take a break now before the actual
done.
infiltration begins.
We're gonna die.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
give my mom a quick call because it's her birthday.
Well, in that case, she should be starting to hear us now.
Hi, Tammy!
Transition
Hi,
back there.
Tammy. Oh, we could like, hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
None of us are talented at all. Let's never do that again.
Tammy.
Well, I mean, we didn't know who was doing the tenor part.
Yeah, we just like break into a whole Hi Tammy musical number.
This is what we practiced when we were playing. The best part is we were like,
It's
she
like,
could see all of that.
isn't this so weird? I bet you think you're Hi Tammy.
Absolutely no response. She must have passed out.
Just 'cause then we'll find out that she actually just went to bed.
Yeah.
She saw that and she was like, fuck these guys.
It's like, and out.
Jerks. All right, let's go die.
Cool. Oh, hold on.
I mean, let's go win.
1.
18.
Music change.
Dum, 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 dum. No, wait, that's Rainbow. I'm trying to think now.
Wow.
All right. So, you continue forward. You can actually see there is a little rise. You continue down the road. It kind of breaks off. There's a little bit of a forest, and at the other side of the forest, probably like a few hundred yards worth of trees. And on the other side of it, you can see a small hill, and on top of it, you see the outside walls of what would be a large fort. And then just past that, it slopes down into Ember Lake.
You're gonna find the tunnel. This is
And it is dark.
tunnel. This is definitely tunnel.
Right.
He's already told us we're gonna find it in.
Unless I'm gonna roll a 1. It's like it looks like there are things below you.
So, that's
They're different.
the fort out there. Looks like we should be getting there in the next 20 or 30 minutes if we keep going. So how you want to
Do
do
you want
this?
me to?
Let's get about. Well, how far? I mean, how?
Yeah, like-
There's trees around this thing, right?
There's. So you can from where you
Right.
are, you can see like there is a thicket of trees, and then there's a little bit of space, and then it kind of slopes up 100 feet in more of like a hill,
we can
and
get
it's kind of a
pretty close.
You can get within a
And
couple
be-
hundred feet of it and still be within the trees.
Where's the lake on here?
If you move that to the side, Ember Lake.
Do I
and
mean
then-
on this map? Like,
Oh, that
how's
is
this
just that
oriented?
map is just the inside of the fort. That's inside of. There's the outside walls.
I know,
Right,
but
but
how is it
relative
oriented?
to-
To the south.
So down here.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to drain into the lake. So if you were going to fly, you'd probably want to go over here then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. If you turn it where the front door is facing me, that is the orientation of it.
Okay.
Cool. I'm not about to tell you where the best place to take off and land is, so you tell me.
Well, there's no reason I couldn't just like I wouldn't have the stamina to be able to basically like go from where we are now, just like before we even get into the tree cover, just like hover off or like glide off over the lake.
Since
watching-
we're not in combat, like you can't fly for miles, but you could
this-
make it work. The
Right,
little,
but
like,
this-
the little
yeah.
hopping, like the quick flights, and you could make it work. Since we're not actually in combat,
Right,
it would be
right.
fairly easy for you to make something like that work. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd like to fly up the coastline, staying pretty close to the coast, and kind of like looking out for any outcroppings that might be a drain, like either
Can I
like,
roll this back 10 seconds
Sure.
before he leaves? Speed be with you. You feel a subtle tingle, and suddenly you are a little bit faster. For the next hour, you gain an additional 10 feet per round.
And that goes for an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a cantrip or is that a spell slot?
It's a spell.
Okay, so just mark that off,
Yep.
and then you have an extra 10 feet, and that will go for flying as well. How long do you want to spend on this
Let's
particular
do it.
search?
I was gonna like maybe like half hour, 45 minutes.
Is that okay? So is half hour 45 minutes from when you leave them, or half hour 45 minutes actually looking? Just so I know what time frame you're going with. Because it's gonna if they are still in the trees to the south, it's probably gonna take you a good 15 minutes to get to the coastline.
Okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
how long once you get to the coastline do you actually want to spend looking?
Half hour.
Half hour. All right. Then give me a perception check.
Oh, fucking A.
3.
Modified 3?
Yeah, modified 3.
Son of a bitch.
You don't have like advantage on perception.
No,
just making sure.
My perception is plus
You're going to
1.
find so many drains.
Yeah.
Water is really sparkly at this time of day. It's like the moon's going
I think
off.
there's a lake.
Do we have? Wait. Did we draw in? We didn't draw
Oh, we did
inspiration
not.
cards.
You are right. Okay, can somebody grab the those cards? Give them a quick shuffle, and everybody draw one. You both draw.
There'd be
You both draw
something to
two.
say.
One for each of your parties.
I kept the one from last time.
You can, you can draw it and decide if you want to keep it or not.
Oh,
right there.
even better.
I know, but
And then, remember,
I drew that one.
put it back in the pile. I don't even know what it is. Put it back in the pile.
it's just the normal
Advantage on your next D20 roll.
There, half that deck is just
Chances
straight
are at
advantage.
least one of us is gonna
Yeah,
get that.
and yeah, we have always played that you can share them.
Okay.
So
And I think we would all agree that this is something that we would absolutely give Icky advantage on prior to because we know how my perception rolls go.
alright, so Bill, you can look at those. You have one from last time, so one of those 3 has to be discarded.
Perfect.
You want?
I got
Well, which one of the 3 are you going to discard before anybody trades them?
Yeah.
Bill, you need to figure out which one you're going to put back in the pile.
Oh, okay.
And then you can trade them.
That's it.
Alright, so those are the 2 you're keeping?
Which one should I get rid of? Which one should I get rid of?
But they're the same thing.
from you.
That one's farther from me
That
because
had-
it's behind it.
That's about. Thank you for listening.
Are they both inspiration?
Yes, they are.
You got an inspiration too? Well, half the deck is inspiration.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This is fun.
So I'm
Half the deck is inspiration and half the deck is
So
the
yeah,
other
he
random
totally
things.
burnt that. All right. All right. No. Different die.
No.
You go to dice jail.
Oh
Is that a
my
3?
god!
Well, it's better.
Yeah, it is.
It's a 4.
It's a 3. Well, it's a 4.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
there was a 3 instead of a 2.
Yeah.
I got.
Can I telepathically, like, hand him another one?
You can't
No, you
stack
can't. More than
advantage.
one.
It's either advantage, regular, or disadvantage. There isn't multiples.
That's right. Okay.
Son of a bitch. Hopefully, Ollivander
The
has
dumbest
a better chance.
fuck bird.
Alright, so you said you're going to spend a half hour out there, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Ollivander would have been much more effective.
Alright, so you see the fort. You see how one wall of the fort, there's the Ember Lake, and there is a slope that kind of goes up from the Ember Lake. It's pretty much all dirt and rocks, and it goes up, and there is like a 15-foot section of earth, flat earth, before it hits the wall. All you're able to tell. You do, during your time, you do see one set of 3 guards. Kind of. You see movement, but that's all you're able to tell.
Don't see any movement in the water.
No. It's pretty dark.
Really.
And the moon is reflecting off the water, and it just keeps distracting, keeps popping up to the side. So you're like, oh, never mind. Ooh, oh, never mind. Squirrel!
The next time I'm going to die, let me.
No.
Alright, so a half hour, Icky comes back.
The work is not done.
Alright. Do we want to send out Lavander, or do we want to give up on the dream?
Either you went already or you didn't. Up to you. Did you already send Ollivander? Because
Nobody
I'm
trusts.
waiting another half an hour.
Yeah, that.
Like, with Icky?
Yeah, not with Icky, but like the other direction, whatever, different point of view, different vantage point.
I mean, I could only see through him 100 feet away from me.
Well, if we get really freaking lucky and you're like a 30.
So, you can give Ollivander instructions. Once he's out of your vision, he can do his thing and then come back.
And, like, he would be able to relay to me information?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have decided to also send out Lavander?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Alright.
Just FYI, Tammy was here for the Sing Fest. And she appreciated it, but she had been catnapped or
Yeah, pinned.
cat-rooted.
Oh, couldn't move because the cat got it.
Protruded.
Catruded. Okay, so yes, you can send Ollivander. Give me a perception check for Ollivander, which I believe he has advantage on because it involves sight. No, that is for Lars. That is for if he casts a concentration spell, so we can remember that he has concentration going.
Shit, that's a very good. Ah, shit.
You don't have any concentration spells, do you?
I have one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, let me get you a candle as well.
I don't want a candle. I'm not using it.
Well, just in case you do.
No.
If you actually have it.
I'm gonna bitch.
It's a candle, not a cantle.
A can do.
Mexican, not a Mexicant. It's an Aarakocra, not an Aarakocrant.
Wow, we're rocking this.
Holy
So you
crap.
do get advantage. So
Yeah, you do. Owlervander runs into another owl and is never seen or heard from again.
roll a 1 and gets eaten by something.
The rolls are on fire tonight.
I love how Bill got like 3 20s last time.
Stop. Why did you even say?
I didn't say anything
Ignore
about it.
him.
Okay, so 9 altogether.
9.
9.
9.
With dark vision, but
I don't.
But he already has advantage.
you don't have dark vision?
I'm the only one in our party who doesn't.
Oh. Well then, Ollivander should be able to see a hell of a lot better than him.
Well, it was a 9 compared to a 4.
Well, that too.
Look, a tree. Oh, look, a mouse. Ooh, that mouse might taste good.
I think there's some kind of building next to some sort of water.
Okay, Ollivander
Oh,
does
doesn't make sense to me.
actually see
Pile
a
of crap.
there in the steep bank that leads up to it. He does actually see there is a large hole covered with a grate of iron, and with iron bars, and a weak stream of water pours out from the drain. Hold on.
Drain hole.
Am I going to start, like, vying?
What is
for
Ollivander's armor class?
perfection?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
2.
11.
11? Alright. While he is searching, he does see this grate. Well, you wouldn't know this until he came back.
I know.
If he came back. Yes. There is an arrow that is shot in his general direction. It does miss. And he flies away and comes back and relays this information to you.
What asshole just shoots at an owl for no reason?
It came from the fort.
A hungry asshole?
That's just an owl. Owls don't have a lot of meat.
I don't know, they look pretty plump and juicy. I mean, it's not like it's not like they got no legs or anything.
Alright, so based on what he relayed to me, do I have an idea of like how far up the steep slope this
About halfway.
so is it steep so steep that it would be difficult for us to walk up it?
You think there's a fairly good chance you could make it to it. But it is a sloped hill, so. And it is dirt and rock.
Okay.
Have you shared any of this
I
information?
was just
with
gonna
us?
say I relayed
Okay.
this to you guys.
Did you happen to take note of where that arrow came from? Which direction?
Did you have any idea?
It came from the fort. That's all.
Just
He was able to
forward.
tell. In the general direction of the fort. He flew at him.
So that makes it seem like it's watched on that side.
Yeah.
And there's an iron grate over it, which we may or may not be able to open.
Okay. If you're willing to risk Ollivander, now we know there's something that could shoot at him, he's gonna have to do some flying around. Maybe distract them that way. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes total. 30 seconds to get up there and try to pick the lock. If I can't pick it, 30 seconds to get back. If I can pick it, full minute for everyone else to come up there while you're distracting and get everyone else in, including you. And then you can, that thing you do where he just like, and we'll make it look you into the trees maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, we kind of need him for a plan.
Right,
Well,
but can't you, whatever it is, that thing that you do and he comes back to you or something?
I don't know if it's instantaneous when he's far away. Maybe.
I believe it's as long as he's within that
Realm of existence.
100.
Yeah. The only mention is within 100 feet of like communicating with it, so I'm guessing that it would be the same.
Where does it talk about booping him out of existence?
As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar. It disappears into a pocket dimension where it awaits your summons.
Oh, yeah. If I would read that as you can dismiss him at any time, regardless of how far he is away from you. However, if he's past that the distance where you can see through his eyes, you would have no idea what was going on with him. So if he got shot, you wouldn't know until he had already been poofed to poof him back to you. So I would say that you can poof him back to you at any time. However, if you send him out past that, you have no idea what's going on with him up until that time you decide to.
So just from my understanding, what you're suggesting is he sends the owl out, he can no longer see the owl, but he gave instructions to the owl. If he goes like this and the owl comes back, the owl didn't get hit. If he goes like this and the owl doesn't come back, then it's been hit.
I would assume that the wizard would know when the familiar had been dismissed through means other than your own.
Okay.
So I would make the assumption that you would be able to tell that the owl had been killed.
Splat.
But you have no idea what it's doing in that meantime. It could have 1,000 arrows shot at it. It could not have gotten anybody's attention. But that's how I would read it.
Hauled off and crammed into a tree.
It could have hit a tree outside of a witch's gathering where they're trying to summon an other dimension being.
Could have.
And fallen dead and let them know that you were there. Not that would actually happen.
We've established that my rolls are god awful. All right.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. I don't really want to risk him being shot. How close was the arrow to hitting him last time?
In his general vicinity.
And I don't know how good of a distraction a little owl is in the dark, but obviously they didn't see him last time.
They didn't see me.
They did not shoot anything at it.
Yeah, how the hell did they not see you? You're like a million times bigger than him.
It all depends on sight, where they are in their rounds. Like, there's a lot of different factors that could come into that.
You're calling. I understand there's emotion and monetary attachment to this.
Well, okay, so where would we be while you're running up the hill to the grate?
Right here, close to the grate, waiting for me to finish this job.
But where is he? Like, would I be within 100 feet of?
I don't know, because if the tower's up here, the grate's down here, and we get you to send the owl that way, so they look that way, so that we can come this way,
That'd be more than 100 feet, probably.
probably. So you'd have to give instruction. If you're confident you can tell him to dodge and weave, and he can dodge and weave on his own.
Certainly.
Otherwise... Really? You're gonna tell that to an owl? Really? You racist.
Does Geisen sip his bourbon bowl while we're talking about racism?
Alright, I guess we can try it.
Okay.
Alright, so what instructions are you going to give Owler?
I'm gonna tell him to fly around. So if the grade's here, like kind of fly off into here's where you were thinking,
Yeah, as long as they're looking to one side or the other.
and to be careful and try to watch or listen for arrows, and fly erratically if he does.
Okay.
And then also maybe try to get a glance at like where guards are at if he's able to, but not endangering himself to go close enough if he can't see them.
Okay. And how long is he going to be doing this for? Because he's going to be out of your range. So, kind of an internal clock.
How long did you say you need?
Everyone here can get up there in like 3-4 rounds.
From the edge of the woods to there, it's within that distance, yeah.
So it's like
everybody's
120
footing
feet.
holds.
Ish.
I would say 100 feet.
100 feet?
100 feet from the edge of the woods to where the drain was.
So that's 2 rounds for me to get there, a round for me to try to pick it, a round for me to open it, 3 rounds for everyone else to get there,
Or
A
2
round to
rounds
shut
for
it.
you to get back.
or 2 rounds for me to shut it. So, 80 seconds, a minute and a half we need. I guess about a minute and a half.
Alright, I tell him a minute and a half. Luckily, owls have great
So
chronometers.
are we coming with you, or are we?
Big
Stand
man's
back
gonna
here.
be around to make the distraction if we need it. Remember, he's gonna.
Ooh, all right. Is
Unless you change your mind, you want to come with.
Oh no, I'll stay here. So if people are screaming, I start singing the Golden Spoons of Baradun. That's what you want, right?
Yes, but preferably not right where we're standing here.
Oh no, by the front door.
Perfect.
Of the bar. All right, I'll go there. Is
If
gonna
this,
be
if
by
this
myself,
doesn't work,
or-
if I can't open it, then we're all coming back to this point and we're going to go to the front door.
all right.
Okay.
So I'm just wait there by myself and wait to see if there's any noise.
And try to be stealthy.
Yeah, do your
Stealthy.
best.
It was made to be stealthy. Look at me. I can blend into anything.
You're able to stop touching his hair.
But it feels so nice.
Fine. Focus, people!
I told you. And he looks down at her and goes, I told you, everybody loves it. You got to do it once a day. So everybody will have it. Okay, don't let anything happen close. Alright, so, the Golden Spoons of Baradun. And he pulls out his lute. And he doesn't start strumming it, but his fingers start moving in the air above it. And you just hear him start humming
Some air
as he walks away. And then he heads off.
I want some loot. Specifically a certain... Oh, anyway.
Okay, so then Ollivander heads off.
Clock's ticking.
Alright, give me a... Give me...
I go 90 feet in 1 round.
Oh, excuse me. No, not that. Give me an acrobatics check.
What?
Oh,
Acrobatics.
surprise!
Whoa. No, it is because it is a steep incline, or it is an incline, rocks, dirt. Give me an acrobatics check
But I'm an elf.
to make sure.
I'm like Legos and I'm Legolas. Say the word.
It's not snow.
Legolas?
Legolas.
Thank you.
Legos.
Legolas.
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 Oh no, that's so sad.
Oh.
Yay! Okay. Acrobatics. Okay, I turned into. Oh wait, that's not mine. No wonder that's so fucking low.
Yeah, it's real though.
Acrobatics. That's a lot better. 14.
14? Alright, your foot does slip once on the way there, but you make it there pretty easily. Like your foot, your foot goes, a couple of rocks. Doesn't make too much
Dodge a
noise.
potential arrow.
It could've been-
Alright, then
If I were
you
shooting an arrow, this is where I'd do it. Yeah.
then you do make it there.
Make it there. Now what? Is
All
there
right.
a lock?
It is not fastened.
It's
It
not
is not
fastened?
locked in any sense. It is very heavy,
Son of a girl.
but it is not locked.
If only we had some grease.
Shut up, you.
Actually, Nate, would you roll this for me? And then keep it over by you. What is it? What is it?
It's a 9.
It's a 9? Okay.
I take a little bit of the.
And then just keep it, separate it from yours.
Yeah.
But keep it over there.
I take a little bit of oil out of the flask and put it on the hinges, and then try to lift it.
Give me a strength check.
God damn it! I don't want it.
Told you it was heavy. I didn't say it was stuck. I said it was heavy.
Oh, mother God!
Where are the hinges?
I got a 3.
On the top.
I got a 3.
Like it goes up.
Okay.
You get a 3, it moves a little bit, but you're not able to
Okay.
pull it up. You're 100 feet in the dark, I don't think. Wait, you all have dark vision, right?
Not
I
all
do.
of them.
That's only 60 feet.
Or
though,
wait,
isn't it?
the owl does. I don't
Right.
The owl does, but the owl is currently flying.
Yeah.
They would not be able to
I'm
see you if
pretty
they're 100
sure
feet away
that
from you.
everybody in the party except for me has dark vision.
Yeah, but that only goes 60 feet in low light.
So they're less than 120 feet.
What was that?
They're less than 120 feet.
Yes.
I go like this, and nobody's moving, and I can't see them for shit. I whisper in Sinishi's ear. This is so stupid. Why did I pick her?
Well, you said it. You get 25 words. Wait, message is 20. No, that's not message. That's
I don't know.
that's message. Sending is 25 words.
I can.
I don't know how
all
many.
damn day.
I don't know.
Look,
Yeah.
message.
No, I'm thinking of sending. That's fine.
You whisper a message. Target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper.
Yep.
Sinishi, don't freak out. I'm throwing my voice. I need everyone to come this way now. To the grate. Let's go. I need your strength.
Commander says go!
Go! Grello goes.
We had, or I had.
Sneesh just starts lumbering off.
She says, Banner says, go, go, and then she starts making her way. The fuck? The commander said, and then he starts moving.
Yeah, Icky goes. It does this for about an hour, but then goes.
Alright, then I need everybody to give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Except Tarning.
Well, I gotta roll for her.
Yeah, I'm saying except Tarning. Everybody else,
Some beach.
somewhere.
Hey! Why is she more dexterous than I am? This is wrong! 18 for Grelda.
Alright, Relda skips across the top of the dirt.
Look,
Like
this
it-
is what Legolas would do.
19.
19, same thing.
Icky 10.
10? You do get a couple of foot slips, so you do end up falling a little bit behind, but every time your foot slips, you do manage to hit your wings. Alright, Sinishi, the one who started it.
Alright. 16.
16? Like a single rock gets in her way, but it doesn't even break her stride. Everybody manages to get to the grate.
Where they see Tarn.
Ain't nothing gonna break her stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow her down.
Yes.
Whoa, no.
Sneeshy, help
That's
him
the
out.
third time today that song has come up.
Really?
In that type. It means something.
It means something.
Sneeshy, help him out.
Thanks, Kyson.
She goes over and like. Do you need the checky thing from?
I need a strength checky thing.
Grelda will help if needed. Assist.
I'll provide moral support.
Thank you so much.
Plus 5, so Jesus. 8.
8? What did Grelda get?
Holy ball. 23.
23? Alright, so since Sinishi gets there first, she starts to lift, and she doesn't lift with her legs, she lifts with her back, and she's like, "Arr!" And then Grelda gets there with one hand and just pulls it up with her, but it manages to go all the way up. And Grelda, being as tall as she is, holds it up, and it's like, she is about 4.5 feet, and with her arm extended, it's like 5 feet tall. And she just holds it up there.
Not a problem for me.
Yeah, you don't notice. Tarn ducks in.
You don't duck, nothing. You're just like, oh, thank you. And there's plenty of, you have over a foot of head clearance as you walk in.
I can't get the images in my head. He's like always permanently carrying this. Walks by her going, thank you. Or even better.
The Bourbon Bowl. Yep.
Huh,
The
Yeah.
Bourbon Bowl is for everybody.
Icky and Sanishi head on in.
Alright. It smells foul. It smells rank. It smells exactly like you would expect a sewage tunnel to smell like. It is about 4.5 feet tall. Like it's a 4.5 foot circle.
Yeah, okay.
So, and there is 4 or 5 inches of water running against you. So,
That's not a lot.
Grelda and Geisen walk through normally. Everybody else has to
Punch.
bend down. You make your way through. Alright, well, in that case.
If we're not in combat, are there any limits to how often I can cast a cantrip, or how quickly?
Not particularly.
So
Within a, it takes, it'll be a realistic amount, but it doesn't need to be.
I cast.
You can cast it every 6 seconds.
Yeah. 10 times a minute.
probably not.
What is he doing, or what is he trying to do?
Well, I can use the one I can never say, prestidigitation, to clean an object no longer. Well, I guess it says.
The water is currently running, and the waste would have to go somewhere. So,
Okay.
I would say if you were to try and do that, it would be a losing battle.
But please remember that after we get out of this
I'm just
hellhole-
gonna say, like, I assure them that once we get out of here, I can help clean this all up.
Well, good. Then we won't be sneaking through the halls.
Alright, then, it
Just hope
goes
there's a grate on the
for
top.
about 60 to 70 feet.
Fuck. Hey, you all good? Salamander?
And then it comes to a stop. There is a ladder that goes up about 10 feet, and there's another grate above you.
Alright, I'll go check it out. Sneaky.
This one is not locked either.
You
But-
want me to roll stealth or just go?
If you're trying to be sneaky, yeah, give me a stealth check.
I mean, I don't mind not having to roll. That's cool with me.
Grease the hinges again.
19.
19. Yeah, not a sound. You do stink, but
Nice
your feet
job.
stink, but not a sound climbing up the rungs.
You don't smell so
And you
bad
do-
that they can hear it, though.
Hear the stank.
Sure you don't smell any worse than those.
But you can, as you kind of peek over the edge, you can see that there's no lock around the rim of it.
Do I hear motion? Do I sense activity?
Give me a perception check.
Thumb at the beaches. Sometimes I wish I was Geisen at this point. If only someone could assist me.
Can I help?
Not from where you are,
Yeah, probably not.
and it is not there. It's not like a wide
Okay.
rung, so you can't go up there with him.
14?
14.
Better than average on a dark night.
No, you don't notice anything.
Oh, good. I think it's perfectly safe. I'll play it that way now. I motion Grelda to come up. Since she lifted the other grate, but I'm not gonna even bother to try. Is there room enough for her to come up alongside me?
No, I mean it is normal hand rungs. So like your two hands might have a few inches in between them. There's not enough room for multiple people on this.
This is a smaller grate.
It's about the same size as the other one.
I come back down. Could I actually see any of the room while I was up there?
There was a light. You could tell there was a slight light source off to your right, but you couldn't really make out anything from where you were. Not
Okay.
that well.
Did you
Because of the depth
happen
of
to
the
grease
night.
the hinges while you were up there?
Hopefully this doesn't result in a fight.
Too.
No, stop. No, putting a kibosh on that. He's trying to make another crazy rhyme session like we had a couple times ago. I'm putting a kibosh on that now.
Sending Grelda up with some oil to grease the hinges, to open the grate, to come upside, and I tell the whole group, once I'm down there, I can't really see the room, but there's a light that direction-ish. I don't hear anybody up there. Grelda, get up there, open the gate, and we'll be right behind you.
Alright, give me a strength check.
As soon as gates open, Nikki can probably just fly right up. Well, she's got to be out of the way. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll just might as well.
Woohoo! She throws the grate off and forgets to be quiet. As soon as she goes into a rage. No, that's Grelda. 25.
25?
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets to the top, one hand on the grate, pushes it up. She is going to need to, in order to open it up enough for
She's
everybody
got
else to get
25.
out. I understand that, but she's still a dwarf, so she's pretty short. So in order for anybody else to climb up, she has to get out of the grate and hold it open. Because
Well,
nobody
that's-
is going to be able to climb up past her while she's holding the grate up with one hand. So she is able to lift the grate with one hand.
Okay.
It's just what you want to do after that.
I wanted her to go up and open the grate so everyone could go.
Alright, so she pushes it up with one hand, then climbs out of the hole with the rest of it, and lifts up the grate.
Okay.
So she is standing in the room, holding up the grate.
I'll go next.
Are you still trying to be quiet, or are you just
Oh
moving
yeah,
on?
I'm being as quiet as my
Alright, then everybody that's climbing up, give me a stealth check.
my worldly body will let me. 3.
3?
And oh wait, no. Whoa, no. Sorry, that was an icky roll, and I checked Sanishi
13.
stats. 7.
Okay, 7. 13, 7.
And 13.
13,
For
7,
Sanishi.
13.
27.
27? Okay, so you do hear Icky's claws like tap.
Claw.
He just whispers claw to himself on his way out.
Icky starts doing the Mission Impossible theme song as he's coming up. Alright, so everybody, I mean, Icky does make a little bit of noise. Geisen and Sanishi do make a little bit less noise. Tarnan's completely silent, but everybody does make it up into this area. And since we're in here,
I finally rolled really good on. Just help. I'm so proud. It's like my birthday.
It's good job.
Everyone's like, where'd Tarnan go?
just like rocking, crying, tears of joy. I'm so good! I'm so good! I'm a good boy! I'm a sneaky boy!
Now I can take on an apprentice. Now I might not get everyone killed. Now is the time.
Keep this as...
there we go.
Holy crap, there's a huge 16 on the floor. What do you think it means, guys? 16 guards remaining. Fuck!
It might be the password.
Alright,
See, I told you, they put it on the wall.
I gave you the hint.
Password is 16, yeah.
Yeah, there.
They keep it in the jail.
How do we know it's not 91?
Because the fingers, never mind.
Alright, so as you climb up, you do notice that in the center of the room, again, I'd say we're like the round part of the sixes, there is a stone chair with leather braces built into the arms and legs.
Chairs last time.
Roll this and the other 10 for me together,
Okay.
and tell me what they both are
Why are you
separately.
making him do it?
Because my
Closest to
rolls. 3 and 9.
3 and 9? Okay. There are no guards in this room when you come up there. You do, the floor of the entire room is sloped gently towards the grate where you are at, which is in the southern end of the room. You do notice directly opposite you, as you stand up, everybody kind of gathers themselves. Grelda puts the grate back down as softly as she can. No, you greased it.
Oh, good.
So she put the grate back down as softly as she can. You do notice that there are a number of cells in this room. The long iron bars in between them. There are about 6 inches of space between the bars on each of the cells. There is a cell immediately to the west of you when you come in, and you do notice there are more cells to the north of you. And in the cell directly to the north of you, you do notice an outline of an individual inside of the cell. And as the grate closes, you see this outline kind of move. It stands up, comes towards the edge of the door, towards the end of the cell, and you just hear a voice go, "Well now, I have to say, you are not who I expected down here today." And as this figure comes to the end of the cell, you see a very tall, probably 5'10", almost 6 foot, very slender woman. She has light, almost pale skin. She has dark red hair that is twisted up into 2 buns that sit on the top of her head, and she's dressed in a flowing crimson red dress that it hugs her top section and kind of flows out around the waist. It is high necked, and then you also notice around her neck there is draped across her shoulders, there is a cat. And it is a similar crimson color to that of her dress. And you see its eyes kind of glow in the faint firelight that is coming from the torch, a sconce that is to the west of you. And she just walks to the edge of the bars, her hands at her chest. "So, what brings you to my humble abode?"
I said, Geisen, this is yours, and then Tarnan goes over to check this door to see if he can hear anything, while Geisen plays out whatever he does right now.
Okay.
How Like, is she whispering this to us? Is
She is talking in a normal conversational voice. She is not. She's not being overly loud, but she is also not hiding.
What a bunch of dicks.
Eat a whole bag of dicks.
I take a few steps closer so that I can try to speak in a somewhat low voice and ask her who she is.
Who am I? Well, I suppose somebody crawling out of a grate in my particular little cell block isn't a member of the guards. My name is Mary Greymalkin, and who might you be?
Is she saying it loud enough I can hear?
Yeah, she's speaking in a normal, again, a conversational tone. Not being overly loud. I would say if you were like around the corner and down the hall, you wouldn't be able to hear. But she's also not trying to hide her voice.
One more time the name.
Do you need a pen?
I think I have one.
Mary Greymalkin is what she said. So who are you and your little band, and what brings you crawling through a waste tunnel?
Well, I'm guessing with you in that cell that you're also not a guard.
Very astute. Are you the brains of this particular operation?
So I kind of cautiously walk up closer, kind of peering around the corner.
You see a number of other cells.
You're welcome.
But the ones you see appear to be empty. The ones you're able to get a good look inside.
Your line is.
Is that you?
He said he went over to the door.
Yeah,
So there is a door to that side. So I just moved him over there and
Okay. For a second I was like, holy shit, there's like a person right there.
Your line is, I'm Luke Skywalker and I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short for a storm? Aren't you a little short for a fort guard?
A little short for a wizard. My name is Geisen, and we are here to liberate something from this fort's vault.
Interesting.
And why are you here?
I'm here because I was curious about the inner workings of this vault. I've heard what they do to magic users, and I was curious.
And they captured you?
If you can call allowing yourself to be taken being captured, then yes. They brought me here.
So you were in that cell by choice?
I was curious.
So you don't need any rescuing, is what you're saying?
If you want to open the gates, I wouldn't complain, but I'm fine. And then she reaches up and just pets her cat. And the cat is eyeing you as well. Like its eyes, it's not blinking. Its eyes are staring straight at you. And it, you can see in the cat, now that you're closer, you can see in the cat's face the same kind of curiosity that you see in her face.
Now that I'm closer, like as a wizard, can I tell if it's a familiar?
Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh, Arcana check. It's a thing.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, so? Dick.
God. Bigger nerd than you.
Yeah.
22.
22? Yes. Well, it is.
A neat pops.
If you know that the type of familiars that are available to the majority of magic users, owl, cat, rat, it would fit the list of familiars that could be brought on.
I need an Arcana check to know that.
Clearly. Terribly, terribly powerful cat.
The most powerful cat ever.
You know it's not a can, though.
It's
Arcan? No.
Arcant.
Arcant.
Oh.
Arcane?
That's
No.
a little painful. Well, okay, so were you able to find anything out about the vault before you ended
I'm
up
so
in
proud of
this?
Sanishi right now.
There we go.
Is it a goblin? Goblin?
About the vault? You mean the magic door, the magic password, vault guardians, things of that nature?
Exactly.
Yeah, then yes, I have been. My friend has been out and about. She pets her cat.
Would you and your friend be willing to share any of this information with us?
Of course. But not from in here.
What does the door to the cell look like? Is it just like a regular mechanical door?
It is. It has a keyhole. It has a couple of hinges. It's what you would normally expect from a cell door.
Okay.
It does go from ceiling to floor.
Tannen, take care of it.
I walk back to the group. So just excuse me a second. I walk back to the group, and I has Tarnan been able to hear our conversation, or has it been too quiet?
I've been paying attention to the door.
Everybody else has been able to hear your conversation. As you walk back, give me a perception check at the door. Tarnan would not have been able to pick up all the words because he was paying attention to the door, but your conversation was not hidden from the rest of the group.
I perceive poorly. Oh, that's hers. Mine says, I perceive slightly better. A 14.
14? You haven't been able to hear anything at the door.
Mother trucker, there's nothing.
Doesn't sound like there's anything outside of that.
Alright, so I walk over, I wave Tarnan over, and I explain to him basically what she said, that she seems to have knowledge of this vault, at least she claims to, and she doesn't seem like she's any friend of the guards or the people here. So I think we should probably set her free, which is your area of expertise.
Two things. First, there was mention of getting the stench out of my clothes.
It's true, yes. I was distracted by this
No,
encounter.
totally understandable. Is that something we could do
But
now?
I just, are we around the corner?
You can be wherever you want to be.
Okay,
Well,
I'm around
we
the
met
corner
halfway.
so that she can't see over here, and then I do bam and clean everybody up.
Okay. It goes.
Give me a BAM check.
Is that
You missed a. It's 14.
Is that a
You
thing?
missed a spot. Yep. You were able to. All the dirt and the grime it pops off of everybody's legs. It only goes up. It only went up to about calf level for everybody in that general area. Comes off and then just falls to the ground.
Yay, now we get to step in it.
Okay. So yeah.
Thank you. Secondly, did she say she wouldn't give us the password unless we let her out?
She said not from in here, suggesting that she would not give us the password unless we let her out. If you want to try to bargain with her, we can try to bargain with her.
Okay, sure. Let's do that. I'd like to try some high-handed intimidation. Some I don't know how to describe it. Not brutish, I will crush you intimidation. More like,
It's more about the implication.
yeah,
Subtle.
we really need to get farther along. It's been brought to my attention that you have potentially
So, are you trying to scare her? Are you trying to scare her into giving you the information, or are you trying to talk her into giving you the information? Because it would be persuasion if you're just trying to say, "Hey, we're awesome buddies. Why don't you? We're cool people. Give us the thing." Intimidation would be like you would
I want
at least
to
hint at her
without-
that if you didn't give it to us, something bad's gonna happen.
right, like being left here. So it's not physically damaging. But
I would say that would be more persuasion. Intimidation is something
Motherfucker.
Intimidation I would see as you are threatening harm on her from yourself.
fine. Listen, I can't have you running around. If you got this information, great. that would go a long way towards convincing me that you're not going to screw us over as soon as we walk away from you because you didn't give us the information. In which case, I would be obliged to open that door. If, however, you're not willing to give that information, I may have to silence you in other ways so that we can go about our business without the information. You
Alright,
aid
give
me.
An intimidation check.
You aid us. I guarantee you I will aid you.
Whoa!
Lord!
This is the part where I fall out of my chair. Intimidation, that is a 26. I speak eloquently!
She looks at you. The cat actually hisses, and the fur, like you see its tail puff up, fur on its back
Okay.
pops up. Her expression doesn't change, but she looks at you. So what you're saying is, if I give you the information, you'll open the door for me?
Yes.
And if I don't, I might not survive.
If it comes to that, yes.
And what exact information are you looking for?
I've been led to believe that you have the password for the door to that chamber.
Did your little friend lead you to believe that?
Do you have it or not?
I can tell you what guards this door. Can't say I have the password at all.
Share with me what you have.
There are creatures that guard this door. I've not seen them, but I've heard them.
Sanishi bristles. Like,
So this
I
is what,
have
what?
so
so she's talking,
downstairs,
and what she probably sees right now is
Is-
Tarn going, oh,
and you see the Sanishi like perks up.
Find out what the creatures are. Captain.
I know that.
What are the creatures?
I hear he like she is Sanishi is totally saying. She just takes like she smiles at you a little bit. There are two chimeras that guard the door. I do, however, know that the Baroness keeps a item of some kind that she uses to control them. However, it's in her chambers.
What name did she say?
the Baroness.
Chimera?
Yeah.
Oh, the Baroness.
The Baroness.
has an
Baroness
item
Beatrix.
which controls
Which she
the...
uses to control them. However,
Sure.
when it's not in use, it's in her chamber.
Is the
I
Baron-
was here for about a half a day before the Baroness left.
The Baroness lives in this military fort.
She does have a room here, yes.
Is that
I
this
heard she's
whatever
away
room?
on some business, possibly to Corvosa or some other faraway place.
What is it you want inside the chamber? Obviously not the chimeras. Chimeras. How do you say it?
I have no interest in the chamber.
What do you have interest in here, that you...
My curiosity about the inner workings of this place. That's all.
Would you like to have a better look at the inside of that chamber?
I wouldn't complain. However, I personally don't have any interest in using my spells on a chimera. But if you're going to lead the way, I might follow for as long as it suits me.
Okay.
So why is it that you're curious about the inner workings of this place?
I've heard what the Baroness Beatrix, what her predilection, what her pastime is with magic users, and I was curious if I could see how she did it, where she did it, and why she did it.
Spill it. What is she doing with them?
She puts them through something she calls it the Trials of the Magi. She basically makes them fight each other to the death, as far as I've been able to tell. Those that survive are continuously put through these trials, along with psychological torture, until they swear fealty to her. They are then sold out to other high-ranking or rich individuals to use in their own courts. However, by that time they've sworn fealty to each other.
Are you here to help those mages?
If there was one down here, I would probably help them. Seeing as I'm the only one in the fort currently, outside of Finazir, who I have decided I want no dealings with. There's nobody to help.
So, why do you want to know how she's doing it? Are you looking to replicate this yourself?
Why would I want to hurt my own? Just in case it ever came up, if I ever needed to stand against her. It's better to know your enemy than to be in the dark. And she reaches up and just kind of pets the cat.
Excuse us a moment. Turn you back over.
I'm short on time. That's a joke.
Aren't we all? Not a joke.
So, what do you think? Do you buy this? What do you think is doing?
Well, it kind of rings true with a lot of things I've heard about this place. At least what she's describing. What her intentions are, I don't know. But if there's any chance that she's going to be tortured and sold out into some kind of slavery, then I'm inclined to let her go. Whether we do that now or on our way out is really the only deciding factor.
I agree. I mean, on one hand, can we trust her not to
Exactly.
intentionally or unintentionally screw things up for us if we bring her with?
Well, right.
Or can we trust her to, I mean, who's to say she's not going to alert the guards when we leave her in the cell?
Mary.
I feel like I need a stuffed cat.
Mary.
Why, yes, random person. I've only known Geison's name, so I don't know what to call you.
Here's a stuffed badger.
That's good for now. Do you have any means of magically silencing an area so we can deal with the chimeras if we have to? You're not directly casting spells against them as you suggested you didn't want to do.
No, I have no problem casting spells against them. I just can't do it right now.
Of course you can't. But once I let you out, are you willing to aid us in silencing them or stopping them so that we can get in the room, get an item, and I will help you get out if you so choose?
Why not? You interest us, so why not? I do have a silence spell up my sleeve. Can make an area quiet for a minute or so.
Tanisha, did you just puddle?
So Mary, does your friend have a name?
Oh, of course.
Frederick
This
von
is-
Rubenstein the Third.
This is Hecka. Hecka is my familiar.
Okay.
That's a heck of a cat.
Your bird is clever. Very punny.
Yep. He's a genius.
The cat looks at Icky. It like almost hisses and then stops. Just kind of looks you up and down. Closes, squints its eyes a little bit.
Alright.
Is there any, before we, well, are we gonna,
Yeah, if she wants to help out. More the merrier.
alright, so maybe work on picking the lock. In the meantime, is there anything else you can tell us once we get out of this room, what we're gonna find on the way to the vault?
Well,
He's actually struggling to keep the.
It is. It doesn't sit perfectly. Wait. There we go. I think I might borrow.
Of my cool
Olivia's.
manner.
Might borrow Olivia's like Eevee or something.
I was
like
just
that.
thinking
Sits a
that'd
little
be
bit better.
perfect.
That would have been perfect. I didn't even think about that.
Do you
Well-
want me to just
Perch on my shoulder.
The claw.
Here we go. All right.
Be much more like a real
Well-
cat.
Are you headed straight to the vaults?
Did you have another suggestion?
Do you have a way past this magic door?
Possibly.
Well,
In that case, if you head out that door, and she points to the one that you were standing at, down the hallway, to the left, to the right, first door on your left, down the stairs.
Mary, can I stop you a moment? How would you get in that door?
Me?
Yeah.
If I had a knock spell, I would cast that. However, I don't, so I assume the only way would be to get in would be with the password.
Who's got the password?
Of course, Finazir does. I believe he gave it to the marshal as well. I don't know if they passed it along anywhere further.
You called it, Icky.
Do you know anything about the nature of this magic door or the spells that are on it?
I know it is magically locked and can't be opened by non-magic means. Other than that, I don't know.
Okay. We go after the marshal, get the password from him. Open the door, have her silence. If we don't have an item, if he doesn't have the item, if the marshal doesn't have the item, we use Mary's assistance to silence the area, let Sinishi play to her heart's content. Hold on.
Either way, we have to do this, don't we? Or are we assuming the password will somehow take care of the chimera?
I didn't get that impression. I get the impression that there's a device that controls the chimera, but we have to get past the door. So we get past the door, Sinishi gets to take out one chimera all to herself if she really wants, and then the rest of us can play with the other one, whatever. We'll have to deal with the warden. Get the item. Let Mary decide if she wants to stay or come with us. Make our exit. Count our blessings. And grab whatever you think is interesting on the way.
I can sweeten the pot just a little bit. If you open this door, I'll show you a quick way to your Trix's room.
I'm starting to like you.
We don't know about you, but that's alright.
None of us know about me. I'm not even sure.
Who are you?
Well, I'm still talking to her. The door just opens. I rolled a 28.
Then yeah, the door just opens. You barely you put the lockpick in there, and you it goes in and like you barely have to do anything, and regardless of the fact that it's a complex lock, it just. What did you say?
So I swear that never happens to me.
Oh, sorry, too soon. I wanted to make it dramatic.
I wanted to at least look like I put
Did you waste all your shitty rolls on the first 16 sessions of this campaign, and just the last two?
Just say yes.
Bam, bam.
Alright, the door swings open. Thank you.
And she insults us and we all die.
No. She steps out. If the over by the door there, if you go to the end of the wall, you'll find something fairly interesting. The door you were standing at, she's pointing to the corner past it.
This corner?
No, further down.
This corner?
Yep.
I go to that corner.
Alright, give me an investigation check.
No, hell no. Hey, Gyson.
Well, I could do an investigation check and you could help.
Sure! What do I fucking investigate?
Oh, you rolled too better.
Oh, I thought you.
No, let's
I
go. Either way,
apologize.
that's fine.
Yeah, I got a 17.
Oh, that's better than my 15. 24.
You begin to touch the wall, and after about 15 seconds, you put a hand on one of the bricks, it pushes in, and the entire wall pushes in and slides to the side, and to the left.
To the
And-
left.
To the left, and it is...
All the bricks
Now
that go
slide,
to
baby,
the
slide.
Let's see
left.
if it pops up there. There we go.
Whoa.
There is a passage that goes about 25 feet and then makes a 90-degree turn to the left. There, that's the shortcut.
Where does this lead, do you know?
Directly to your Trix's bedroom.
It's kind of creepy she has a secret passage to the jail.
If you were to want to escape a fort under siege, what would be the best way to get out? Would it
Ship.
be a path directly to the lake?
I guess you
I see you haven't been under many sieges.
No, we're
Something
usually
to
the
learn.
assaulting type. We do have that kind of a vibe, don't we?
Well, we use the same logic, just in reverse. So here we are.
Well, let's get that
We are gonna use
anti-chimera trinket, huh?
your
That does sound
trinket.
pretty handy to have.
You're a trinket!
Oh!
Ooh, you're a trinket. No, you're a trinket. There we go. There she is. That will be
30 seconds.
Alright.
I allow someone other than me to go forward first.
Okay, who is leading this little band?
Sunichi,
Taneshi, ho!
Don't call her that!
I think that's a really bad idea because now we are trusting her to identify the things that we encounter.
Alright, the dotted lines is the rest of the passageway.
Okay.
So it goes about 25 feet, makes a 90-degree turn, then goes 25 more feet, and you notice Sunichi notices a flat wall.
Alright, before she gets
Yes.
anywhere close to the door,
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum always?
we ask her to stop because I think Carmen should be handling this part of it before the
Oh.
trap or something.
Sounds good, I'll do that.
Alright, then once Tarnin walks his way back over to his dice, he can give me an investigation, or investigation or perception, depending on if you're touching the door or not, or touching the wall or not.
I think I perceive better names.
Just call him Old Man Touchy.
Old man, touchy.
Last time I said I got handsy, someone got aroused. We won't talk about it that way ever again. You want
When's
this
the new
up
season
here,
that
or-
coming?
Yeah, up there.
I don't know if they've announced it.
I hope they do.
Let's bring everything over there, right here.
Should have planned better. I didn't know if you guys were going to. I didn't know if you were going to make it to the jail. So I didn't get the cat.
Wait, what was that?
I said I should have planned better. I didn't know if you were going to make it to the jail or
Oh.
not, so I didn't prep a cat. But a badger works as well.
Badgers.
Badger.
We don't need no
Mushroom?
Mushroom.
What am I perceptifying?
Are you touching the wall or are you just looking at it? If you're searching for traps, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Can I help
So, sure, Kenny.
If you want to be up there with him, yeah.
Sure.
His name is Sean. Not
Sean,
not
Kenny?
Not Kenny.
Kenny.
Sean?
Damn it, they killed Kenny. As long as you're up there with him, yeah.
Do you want to roll both or you want me to roll one?
You can roll one. I'm okay
You've
with
been rolling 20s.
I got a 14, so it's a 16.
12.
You don't notice any traps. You don't see anything that could be trapped. You do notice since it's inside
No, I don't
of
see
the
traps
secret.
anywhere.
What was that?
No, I don't see traps anywhere.
No. Since it's inside of the secret passageway, you notice that the wall was not made as smooth and uniform as it was on the other side. So you do see one brick, one stone that sticks out. Like it's very discolored from the rest of them.
I have a feeling that this is not just another brick in the wall.
We don't need no education.
Not to open this door.
I pressed the brick.
You press the brick.
Hey, DM. I pressed the brick into the wall.
All right. The brick goes in the wall. The wall shifts away from you slightly and then into the right. And you see a large...
Set of crossbow bolts flying towards my head.
Yep, and you're all dead. Roll new characters. No.
I died.
You see a large bedroom, and it is elegant, like extremely elegant. You see a chest of drawers that is made from the highest quality oak. You've seen, like, it's shiny. You see a very elegant bed with black curtains, a wardrobe standing on the other side. All of them cut from red oak. You see geometric tapestries hanging on all of the walls with a symbol that is 3 black snowflakes in a diagonal line across the banner. You see there is a red chest sitting at the foot of the bed. The room is lit by torches that cast off a red light, and there's 6 or 7 of them. So the room is well lit, but since the light is red, it's not overly bright. And let me move all.
Tarnan takes a quick look
We'll just go
around.
forward with
Okay.
Sanishi for right now.
Tarnan takes a quick look around and looks back over and says, "Why, Mary Greyknocken. It's not even our first date and you're leading us straight to the bedroom? You cad."
Icky doesn't get it.
She strokes her cat. It's Grey Malkin. If we're going to bring
That's
me
what I
into a
said.
bedroom, at least get it right.
That's what I said.
It's not right, but that's
Oh.
well.
Before we
it
all
is the proper
barge
lighting.
in, before we all barge in, I'm assuming Tarnan looked around to make sure that this woman isn't in her room.
There is nobody in the room but Icky. If you would roll all 3 of them and tell me what number. Tell me what numbers you get.
Oh, what, each 3 individual numbers?
Yes, don't add them. Give me individuals.
9, 6, 0.
The room is completely empty.
It's because it was 0.
Good job.
Icky, a good bird.
Yes, Icky's a good bird. Thankfully, I've brought your soul back from the afterlife twice already now. Every day. What? Nothing.
You bring it back twice every day?
I mean...
No wonder I'm so exhausted all the
I know,
time.
You have no idea. The taxing. Anyway, that's why I haven't brought anyone else back recently.
Alright, so we're looking around the room.
Yeah. Chest looks interesting. Shall I?
Carefully.
Carefully
That's
inspect the
Mary
chest.
first. Sorry, I'm done.
Mary, you okay with checking out the chest?
I'm following. You do whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
I go, the red chest, not the embarrassed looking red, but the chest by the... Never mind.
She's wearing red.
I know. Okay. Checking for traps and such. Ooh, 17.
Oh, lordy.
Keep that dice.
It's the only one that loves me anymore. That's a 20.
You don't see anything in the
Okay.
chest that would lead you to believe it's trapped.
To open it.
As you open the chest,
We all die.
you do notice that it looks like normally the chest would be filled. I mean, with the size of the chest, it would be filled with personal items. Since Beatrix is currently gone, it is pretty empty except for a long coiled whip that sits at the bottom of the chest. The end of the whip, there is the handle with a couple of blue signets on the top of the handle, and on the end of the whip, it goes into 4 tails, each of which is blue.
Take it. It's not overly heavy or whatnot, right? It's just a whip, yeah?
Could be a,
It's just a normal. It has the normal feel and weight of a whip.
could be a chimera whip. For
kinda
controlling
what I was
the chimera. Did Mary say she knew specifically what the item was like that controlled the chimera, or just that one
She
existed?
didn't say.
Mary, do you know if this whip is what you were talking about, or is there something else?
I'm gonna have to put it up here every time I talk as her.
What is
I love it.
Was it? What's this lady's name again? The Baroness
Yitrix.
Yitrix.
Ytrix.
Yitrix. Okay.
I just know she had something. Perhaps it's the whip. Perhaps it's a vial of perfume. Who knows?
I checked an area. I'm assuming you guys are checking somewhere too. I'll wait.
I look around the room to see if there's anything else of
I
interest or any other.
Give me a perception check, both of you.
It's not investigation. It's not for investigation.
Are you like I said, perception would be like kind of like looking around. Investigation, I always consider more
Hands on.
hands, like literally moving and touching stuff. So you can do either,
Well,
but that would require like you would be like moving stuff and like lifting stuff and opening drawers and stuff like that.
alright. I guess we'll start with perception.
Icky.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
good, Icky.
Icky done good. 19.
19. As you open up
Oh,
the chest of drawers,
you didn't feel like it was
you
necessary?
do the only thing you find there. Again, it looks like there's not a whole lot of dust, so it looks like these were used, but they are almost completely empty. At the back corner of the top drawer, as you pull it out, you notice a small black pearl just sitting by itself. It doesn't roll when you open the drawer, it just sits there. And that's the only thing that either of you find in the remainder of the room.
Do I sense anything magical about the pearl?
Give me an arcana check.
$24.
24. There's
Nice.
definitely something not normal about this pearl. It is you get the twinge that there is something
Aye, lad. There's something magical about the
magical,
pearl.
like something arcanic magical about it.
Do
but
I
you're not
have
sure what.
a sense of whether it's dangerous or not?
You wouldn't have that sense. Like you would not have a, you would not have a sense one way or the
Have
other.
Sanishi keep it up her nose.
For the love of God. And that's how we lost Sanishi.
I pick it up with Mage Hand.
Okay. It does
That's
test the limits of your mage hand. Like it is much heavier than
Oh.
you would expect a pearl to be, but nothing happens when you lift it up.
It's nibbler poop.
Well, if it's that heavy,
Alright, do you want me to carry something? I can carry it.
Not this one.
Finnick pops up. Oh, the whip? I can carry the whip too.
I got that for now.
Alright, I'll
Do you
just
see anything else worth carrying? Think.
some sheets on the bed.
Do you really like them? Do you want to carry them?
Not particularly.
No. A hairbrush maybe for your buddy?
I didn't see a hairbrush. Did you see a
No,
hairbrush?
I didn't see. Did I see a hairbrush? Did you see a hairbrush?
Alright.
is it heavy enough that it would be an encumberment to me?
No, the mage hand only lifts 5 pounds.
Okay.
So
10.
it 10? Is it 10?
Miss-
Alright, it's about 5 pounds. Like it's heavier than what you would expect.
Verified.
Okay.
Like
you would definitely, even if you would be able to lift it, it's heavier than you would expect because it's just a pearl. It's just a black pearl. Like you would not expect it to be like 5
This
pounds.
shouldn't be
5 pounds.
5 pounds.
Like you can lift it. And it wouldn't be an encumbrance if you put it in your pocket. It's just much heavier than you would expect.
Okay. Well, I drop it into my pocket with the Mage Hand.
Then you have a black pearl.
Sanishi is getting antsy. the sheets on the bed.
Oh God.
Would they make a decent cape?
They are, as Sanishi picks them up, they're very, like, they're silky. They're very soft.
Okay.
They're, like,
now,
super soft, and they're very, they're, like, they are crimson red to the point of being almost black in this light.
Okay.
And it is a full, like, king bed. Like, it's a lot of sheets. Super soft.
Okay. Sanishi, for a moment, feels like she may feel something stirring inside of her, but then puts the sheets away in disgust and walks away.
All right. The sheets are now disheveled on the bed.
Thanks, Sanishi. Now it'll be obvious that somebody was in here.
Like, it wouldn't be obvious that you took a whip and a pearl?
That are hidden inside of things.
Well, why don't you use your magic to make the bed?
Actually,
Can't you
I bet I can do that.
I bet you can. I know nothing about magic.
You see Finnick, like, he raises his hand, and you see a mage hand appear from him and start to pull the sheets to the side. Like, I can do that for you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, certainly not you.
No, certainly not me.
Certainly not.
Thank you.
Finishes.
Thank
Fixing
you,
the bed.
Nikki. That's
I've got something in. I've got a claw in my eye.
you do now.
Yeah.
There's a good claw in my eye. Yes, you are correct. All right. Nothing else of interest in here?
Not that you.
So, Mary, do you think we're better off leaving through the door of this bedroom or going back through the passage to the jail and leaving that way?
Well, if you open the door here,
Cat moved.
it did because my shirt's getting loose on this side, so it's not staying anymore. Cat got up, spun around. Its head is over here now. That, and she points to the door, the only actual door to the bedroom. That is the dedication hall where Yatrix's troops go twice a day, or once a day each, and confess their undying adoration to the woman.
No, Shinichi. No.
If you go out there, there's a door, it goes to a hallway. It might be the long way around. It depends on where you're trying to get to.
Is there any possibility?
She actually points to the map that you're holding. It actually, if you look, there is Yatrix's bedroom is one of the...
Right there.
Yep. Like, that's where we are. So I guess it depends
We
on
want to
where you're
go-
trying to get to.
Does that say Marshall?
Marshall.
And we could go down these stairs and then up these stairs to cut around this hallway that may or may not have a wall there.
That plan. Let's do that.
Okay,
So
so
let's go back around.
we'll go back through the jail.
Okay.
And can we close the passage behind us?
Yes, very easily.
What was the
There,
cat's name again?
what was that?
Did I get the cat's name? Did I get the cat's
She did say the cat's name was Heka.
And it was a heck of a cat.
name? That's right. I remember now. I managed to block that pun out until just
Yeah, it's back. Good, you're welcome.
All right. I will open the door. It's locked. It's locked.
Then get on
It's
the
trapped.
floor,
What was that?
and then
What was Mary's last name?
Dinosaur.
Mary Greymalkin. It opens up into a hallway.
Forward. Out.
The hallway, it's about 10 feet across. It does go for about 30 to 40 feet, and about 25 feet in, there's stairs that go up. And then,
That's these right here, yeah.
yep, and then you see at the very end of the hallway, directly opposite you, there's a door that is closed. And then the hallway, which is 10 feet across, cuts both ways.
Hey, Grayson, use your ears. Do you hear anything? Do you perceive anything?
What do you know me as here?
I bring Ollivander to bear and have him
Dude, he can become a bear?
go down the.
Little baby bear.
Turns out Alvander's a druid.
Fuck!
So you're sending
amazing!
you're sending Ollivander flying?
I salute you.
Carefully, yeah.
Maybe just have him like
Carefully?
cheap along the
Like
ground.
I'm looking. Well, okay. I'll have.
Are you sending an owl flying down the hallway? That's what I'm asking.
I just wanted you to listen to see if you can hear anything.
Well, he can hear a lot better than I can. All right, fine. I just have Ollivander on my shoulder and look and hear through him.
Okay, nice. Give me a perception check with advantage because it's through Ollivander. Even
You're
if it's
the
on your
gnome.
shoulder.
Mother trucker.
Owl boy on my shoulder
Is it better?
helps me
Makes me-
perceive.
15.
I'll take that.
15?
That's better than what I got.
You hear a little bit of noise, but it seems very far off. The kind of noise that in a stone hallway would echo. It doesn't sound close. It sounds like there's something somewhere, but it's not directly around you.
Okay.
My trust is yours.
Okay.
I explain what I heard or did not hear.
Looking at the map,
Did they
Tarn
sound like
says,
goblins?
They did not. I heard nothing like goblins.
save your strength. We're going after chimeras too. 2 also included.
Would Sunichi know what a chimera is?
Should have a general idea. They're
I hope it's part
they're
goblin.
beasts, but they're not completely unheard of.
But she's familiar.
she's never met one herself, but she would be
She's
aware
familiar
of what
that
they
they're
are.
an amalgamation of like 3 different beasts.
Yeah, she would have enough of that, enough of knowledge.
If
to know.
they're part goblin captain,
Yeah, that'll count.
all right.
But Mary's going to cast a silent spell, and once she casts a silent spell on you, you go to town and just.
you told me as soon as I saw a goblin and confirmed.
Okay.
I will not wait, Captain.
Don't put ideas in their head. It may very well not be part goblin.
Okay. Anyway, it's going to be up the stairs to the left, according to the map. And I'm looking over at Fennec. Up the stairs to the left, and then down the stairs. Correct?
Stairs to the left. To the left, and then to the right, and then down the stairs.
That's what
it shows on the map, I believe.
Perfect. Up we go. To the left,
Hold on a
down the
second.
hall, to the stairs.
Pause.
On the right.
Pause. All right, so you head up. Again, just going to use one character
Yeah,
for everybody. Nate,
Jesus.
roll
She's got
all
good
4 of
claws.
those.
She's got paws.
And again, individual numbers, please.
You know, if shit happens, it's all your fault.
It is.
Oh, damn it, Nate!
4,
We're gonna die!
6, 31. So 3.
3. Okay. As you step up into the hallway, you see it goes both directions. You see there is a
It's
door.
fly hallway.
There is a door. There is a door directly to the north. There is another door about 25 feet down, also to the north. And then as it goes further to the west, you do see there is a portcullis that is raised. You can see the spikes of it kind of sticking down,
Okay.
and then you see a little lever for it
Okay.
beside it. There is. You see that about 30 feet down, the hallway does turn to the north.
Head down to the
To
stairs.
the north, or down the hallway, towards the north. Down the hallway.
That's the
it's
switch.
lever.
Oh,
Yep, that is the switch. You do see at the end of the hallway there is another door that is also closed. The as far as the hallway goes west,
Vipers.
and then directly to the north of you, you do see a set of stairs that goes down, a 10-foot flat spot, and then a set of stairs that goes up on the opposite side.
So that's.
According to the map, we go across the other side, and we should be able to find the marshal's room. Mary, how many of those silent spells do you have, dear? that you'd be willing to expend in our endeavors?
Well, I can cast it 3 times.
So
How
would
long does it
2v2
last?
10 minutes each cast. Although it about 120 feet each area, but I cannot move it. Once it's cast, it's set in stone.
120 feet square?
Circle.
Guys, lend me your brains for a minute here. We're here, and we can see that we're that far.
Oh, my bad. I was reading it wrong. Its range is 120 feet. It's a 20-foot sphere.
Aha!
Okay.
So that's circumference.
That's
Sure you don't want to make it
not-
the radius?
It's less.
Positive.
Okay.
Half the radius times pi.
I'm kind of bring everyone in
you
a
had
little
me at
closer
pi.
and really, once we're on the stairs, I move everyone towards the stairs or down the stairs towards the landing.
It's right there. All right.
Beauteous.
All right. Do see the stairs continue up. They stop. Take a 90-degree turn to the right.
The door should be right around the edge there. Tarnan points to the wall and right around the edge.
All right. You do see to the left. It does go about 10 feet more, and then to make another 90-degree turn to the left, and then continues on.
So keeping with the map pretty well.
Yes.
But is there a door where these arrows are, or what's...
That goes down.
The stairs went down, and you're at kind of a flat landing, and then opposite side the stairs go back up.
We just don't see down right
Yeah.
now.
It's just the way the map is set up. I'm going to have to move you to another spot on the map if you continue
Down.
Oh,
around the
okay.
corner.
Okay. What do I judge based on everything else that I'm seeing? What do I judge this room to be? About 20 foot square? 20 by 20?
Are you asking Finnick if that is a size accurate map? Because you're looking at a hand drawn map, so you can ask him.
Sure. Finnick, how big is this map? Or how big is this room? How big is the map? It's about, I would say 6 inches by 12. You know, plus and minus. You're talking imperial as standard.
This Finnick guy is one hell of a monkey's paw.
From every way I've been able to figure out, I think that room might be 20 by 20,
Took me a minute to
30 by
guess that.
30, 15 by 15. It's a square. I know that.
Okay.
Dude, I think he just called you a square.
I know.
No, you're more.
Has it been about an hour since I helped him out?
Yeah, probably. Because
It's got to be
It's
getting
getting
close.
close.
Yeah, because it would have taken me 15 minutes to get to where I went to search,
15
and
minutes to
then
get back.
I searched for 30
I would say you're
minutes.
approaching the end of that
Yeah.
time now. You're either at it or really close to it.
All right.
All these interior walls are stone as well.
Yes.
right? So, I mean, even if this whole thing is bigger than 20 feet, this area where the doors are is probably less than 20 feet.
Ideally, if Mary, do you have to see the center of where you're casting this spell, or can you just assume that this is an open space and cast it in there?
I need to be able to see it.
Another trucker. All right. Plan is, I'm gonna go up to the door. I'm gonna open it. As soon as I open it, Mary, I need you to cast a spell inside the room. I will step the hell out of the way. Icky, you and Sneeshi, and Grelda go in there and subdue as quietly, even with the silent spell, as quietly as you can, and as thoroughly as you can without killing him.
He's even
He's
in
on
there.
board, and she's
He just got. You are so adorable to me. You know that?
she's just hoping against hope that the marshal ends up being a goblin.
She is holding out all hope that there's a goblin somewhere inside of it.
The loophole!
Thank God. Thank God Tanishi does not have a polymorph spell.
Right. It's like,
You're a goblin.
goblin!
Boom. Dead.
You know what I think we need to get some Nishi for? No.
Wand of polymorph. Here you go.
Goblin.
Everyone, you said.
Yeah, but that was only for the one time. All right. Mary, are you in? Are you agreeable?
Why not?
Everyone else prepared? Wish me luck. I go forward.
Claw speed.
All right.
Clawed speed. Clawed speed. Get it?
Yeah.
That is where you'd be at. Okay.
I get that.
So what are you trying to do right now before you roll?
I'm
tell me
going
what-
to gently check the door, and if it seems like it's already open, I'm going to wave her forward and then open the door so she can cast a spell. If it is locked, then I will pick it.
It is.
I will pick it.
Okay.
It's so beautiful. I'll take it.
Pickaxe.
It
No,
comes up
no,
to a
I'm
20.
like he's picking
Oh,
it.
picketing? What was that? This door sucks. This door sucks.
Roll 20.
20 altogether?
20
All right.
altogether.
Silence,
You-
please.
You mess with it and you hear just a very soft and then you're able to turn the handle.
As I turn the handle and get ready to push it, I wave her forward. Or wave them, the group, forward. And
Okay.
open the door.
Alright.
And it's empty. He's not there. Fuck, we're dead. Quick impression for you. Fuck,
Fuck,
we're
I'm
dead.
dead.
Ursul's in there. See him?
Alright. As the door opens, you see the room is very quiet, save for a crackling fireplace in the southwest corner of the room. There's a large writing desk on the western
a
wall.
writing desk?
A writing desk.
Is it like
Also in this
Raven?
room is a large bed. There is another banner with the 3 snowflakes sigil on it. And in the bed there is a figure. And Mary casts the spell.
Is the writing desk like a raven?
Nevermore.
Alright,
I love and
So
despise you all.
Icky will rush in and so look, there's a figure in the bed.
Yes.
So rushing in and then and then I get like
Is it a
I'll
goblin-shaped figure?
jump I'll jump on top of him and
Is there any way in hell I could be confused as a goblin in the dark?
and see if I can subdue them. Like if they're asleep, I'd like to try to like
Claw.
Are you trying to hold them or like knock them unconscious?
knock them ensure that they're unconscious.
Make them unconscious? Okay, then give me.
We need to get a password from this guy, though. We don't want to knock him out.
Right, but we're gonna take
Well, you're in the room running, so it's a little late for conversation.
Yep.
There. All right, give me an attack.
I mean, the room's silenced.
Give me.
Good place to.
Give it is going to be with advantage.
Okay.
What?
We won't be able to hear the password. There is no noise in a magically silenced area.
No, it is quiet.
Oh,
It is
How much
I thought it was
completely.
like outside of this area.
No.
Okay.
It's within this area. No noise happens.
The spell is no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose. Any creature or object entering inside of the sphere is immune to thunder damage. Can't be deafened. Alright.
15.
15? That's with advantage?
Oh,
You have advantage because he's unconscious.
yeah, 15.
15.
Make the unconscious man unconscious. Good job. You succeed.
Alright, that hits, so it's an automatic crit.
Don't
So-
brain him. Fuck.
No, you can choose. You can choose
Oh,
to
good.
knock him unconscious. You can always choose to have non-lethal damage. Okay, so roll a critical hit. So roll whatever the dice is. You roll it twice. The first one is automatically maxed. So roll it again and add it to what that would be. So if it's a 1d10,
It's a
it's automatically 10, and then roll another 1d10 and add it to that.
So it's a 1d4. So 4. So just pretty much just roll a d4.
Roll a d4.
Okay.
1. So
One.
that's 5.
Uh-huh.
And then add whatever your
Plus 5. So
plus
10
5. So
damage.
that's 10 damage. Okay.
10 bludgeoning.
Alright. As you strike him, I need everybody to roll initiative
Mother trucker.
because it hits him and his eyes shoot open.
Uh-oh.
Hefty. mother of...
All right. Stand by. Wait, where's... Mary's. Everybody gets to attack.
Surprise! Surprise, mother trucker!
It's actually 3 goblins in a man suit.
Oh god.
Don't. Well, we're in a silence room. I guess if it's not
All
happening,
right. I
this is the
need.
place for it to happen.
Geisen.
17.
All right, Grelda.
8.
Icky.
9.
Zanishi.
11.
Tarnan.
24.
24. You do have advantage. Don't you?
24 is not good?
No, I'm saying you have.
I rolled a 20. How much more can I roll?
Oh.
Do we all have advantage?
No, Tarnan does.
Okay. I was gonna
Tarnan
say.
has advantage on his rolls. On his initiative rolls.
Yes.
Just making sure. 24?
24 is the best I
Alright.
can get right now.
Then,
Oh, no, it's not. Holy crap, what am I doing? Where's it at?
Up
so
the
you
top.
have advantage.
No, it's still
Ne-
24.
Next to your armor class.
It's still 24. Still.
Ooh.
I want her armor class. I suck.
I think my armor class is still the best in the group. Is it like what's Grelda's?
19.
Oh, so is mine.
I want your guys' armor class.
That's cocked.
Then I could actually be up front with you if I needed it. Not that I'm really good at this kind of thing, but if you need me.
Alright, so. Descending. Alright, then in descending order. And you all have surprise. So.
Supplies.
Everybody gets to go. Then the marshal's not surprised anymore. And then everybody gets to go.
Time check.
It is 10.
Damn it.
Prior to the combat, regardless of how long or short it might be, if we're going to stop soon, this would be a good time to stop.
Yeah, I hate
Okay.
to be the guy, but I'm
You're
gonna
the
do it.
guy.